That scenery is so doggone beautiful, we just had to stop for a few days and soak it up. By this time, I knew I was serious about Connie. She was friendly enough, but most of the time she kept busy with her painting. Will you tell me something?
Sure.
What's the matter with me?
I don't know anything, yes, son. You got your heart set on getting over the other side of the ocean and covering the big stories, and of course you're thinking about Connie.
I've been thinking a lot about Connie. What kind of a guy is this Ted Newell?
Oh, Ted's all right. Kind of opinionated about some things, but he's solid.
I see. Does Connie...
Oh, I'm not taking any sides in this thing.
Connie and I kept right on talking about the scenery. The falls on the Yellowstone River. And they are pretty spectacular. Lots of color and action out there. And right on schedule, Old Faithful blew her top. I got to looking at the people, and especially at their cars. Dad said,
"There's many as 70 million of us jump in our cars in the summer and just go places."
Then we took a big swing through Montana. They say out here youngsters learn to walk almost as soon as they can ride. This is real vacation country. We got into the lowlands of Montana in time for the wheat harvest. Another thing I'd always wanted to see was the Mount Rushmore Memorial in South Dakota. There they are. Washington, Jefferson, Teddy Roosevelt, and Abe Lincoln. So big they had to sculpt them out with dynamite. Old Mother Nature did some sculpting of her own in South Dakota's Badlands. But you know, they have a kind of eerie beauty all their own. And talk about contrasts. In North Dakota, we ran into the wheat harvests again. From there, we drove over to Itasca Park in Minnesota, where the trees grow green and tall. And every breeze makes its own kind of poetry in the treetops. That's where the Mississippi begins. There, it's so narrow you can walk across. Then there's the Great Mesabi Range, where so much of our iron ore has come from. It's like a giant's playground. Way down there, the big equipment, the trucks, and the men look like so many toys for children. Duluth on Lake Superior is one of the leading freight ports of the world. Most of us don't realize how much traffic they handle. As you drive down from Minnesota into Wisconsin, you're in another perfect vacation land. A land of trees and lakes. It was beside one of those Wisconsin lakes that I finally made up my mind to speak to Connie.
Hi, Dale. I was just fixing my hair. Isn't that view something?
Yes, it is. But I'd rather look at you. You're beautiful, Connie. You know, all the way from Michigan, I've been wondering just what I was doing.
Dale, you've been wonderful. Both Dad and I appreciate it.
Connie. How'd you like to spend a honeymoon in Paris?
Dale.
Paris in the spring is pretty wonderful. Will you marry me, Connie?
Dale, marriage is a lot more than Paris in the spring.
All right, then. Summer, fall, winter.
That's just it. You and I are 1,000 miles apart.
Oh, don't say no, Connie. Won't you at least think about it? Anyway, she didn't say no. Then we drove down along the Wolf River, headed for the Wisconsin Dells.